Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel giving no praise to Yahweh, Bashim El Shab, Bashim Chakadash. Double honors to the apostle, elders, GMS, Ruah, say chase to Akim out there, risking your freedom in your life to push this word more so than ever before, especially in the times we're in, because we are at the end, and things is getting real shaky and spicy. Breaking news. Unless you've been under a rock and you pay attention at all. The president of Iran has died in a plane crash. And with everything going on right now, with the two-state solution and Israel not wanting to sit down with Palestine about Palestine making Palestine a state and having Palestine join the UN. People can say, man, accidents happen, but we know that the level of evil who we dealing with. So in this case, I don't like to believe in coincidences, that these things happen by accident, but more or less it was strategic. Going on with the tensions in the Middle East right now, it will only make sense. So, I'm just scrolling through and I found this article from ABC News. Mind you, take this with a grain of salt because, Esau's a liar and the father of it. So you got to be very wary of the information you receive from him, especially from these major news networks like Fox and ABC and CNN. You got to be very, very mindful of the information you take in from them because they mix the lies with the truth. So let's read it. I didn't get a chance to proofread it. I just kind of wanted to do a video, put a video out there, be more active. It says abcnews.com. Expert provides insight into suspected cause of helicopter crash that killed Iran's president. So they're saying that, they might have a clue of what killed him. Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, Foreign Minister Hassan Amarab Dalahan, and other officials died in the helicopter crash Saturday near Iran's northern border with Azerbaijan, Iranian state media said Monday morning. Now, keep in mind, I believe it was Israel that sent a missile and to kill like another one of Iranian's chief or something, like a drone strike in Turkey or something like that the other day, man. So it's not a coincidence that their plane went down. They have the technology to shut down an engine out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? It really no shock, Remember, Esau was blessed with the sword. So this is really no surprise at all. So it says the helicopter was part of a convoy of 3 helicopters returning from an event inaugurating the Joint Dam project when it crashed in heavy fog in a remote area on Sunday. The fog and rugged, again, take it with a grain of salt, because these pilots and they have all this technology to sense when weather is too dangerous to fly. And if it's too dangerous, i.e., rugged terrain or thick fog, they just wouldn't fly. They wouldn't fly. They would drive. They would take a train. These things is not. They're not just gonna risk it like that. They're not gonna put everybody's life on the line because you got to get somewhere urgently. If it's a fog or thick cloud, they got radars for that and systems that detect that. And if it's unsafe, they just not gonna go. But again, we're talking about the serpent, man. Esau Edom. So take it with a grain of salt. It said all 8 bodies on board were found on Monday. Rashid's death comes during heightened international tensions and increased speculation over who will eventually replace Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Rashid was widely considered a potential successor. Again, this is the guy that died. He was going to run Iran, and if you know anything about this guy, his whole thing was to just, death to America and Israel. That's what he would tout. You know what I'm saying? That was his mindset and his view. Again, no surprise. He said ABC can. Hold on. It says very important people, which oftentimes put an extra, at least mental burden on the pilots to make sure that they get to the destination. And when you're flying in the mountains and you have very low visibility, there's a natural tendency for helicopter pilots to begin to sort of descend and try to get lower and try to get underneath either fog or the cloud layer. And they know that they can shut the aircraft down if they need to. But oftentimes, it leads to tragedy. If you remember earlier this year, back in February, Marine Corps helicopter was trying to do this very thing, trying to get back to San Diego and in the mountains above San Diego, they didn't proofread this, to the east of San Diego crashed. And unfortunately, all the Marines on board lost their lives. Again, with heightened tensions around the world, there's really no surprise that this man was killed. Again, killed. Because it's a good chance that by somehow, some way, they were responsible. And we know what we're talking about when we say they. With heightened tension. So let's get this. Joel 3 verse 2. I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. Right, the true people of the Lord. The Lord is going to bring all nations down to the Middle East for this great war. And this is a part of the tensions that has to come. Slaki, just checking the time. It's a part of the tensions that has to arise in order for this war to really brew up. I mean, now you got presidents dying, quote unquote, dying in helicopter crashes. I don't think this is coincidental, It said, whom they have scattered amongst the nations, a part of my land. Right. The children of Israel, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, were scattered throughout the earth, all lands of the earth, via the slave trade or forced migration. All right. And then they also parted the land of the Lord. They call it Palestine. And they divided by line. So you got, the Ish people over here. Then you got the Palestinians over here. Then you got the Ethiopians over there, and all people living in the land of the Lord. And none of them are the children of Israel. All right, Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles: prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So the Lord is like a master chess player setting up the play in order to finally execute and knock the king down, all right, so to speak, meaning set all these plays into motion, have things get so intensified and tension so high that once the judgment comes, it's going to just come. And this is a part of